So welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to share with you the simplest recipe for watermelon lemonade. Now this is a recipe that literally is so simple that you think to yourself, why didn't I ever think of that? But I recently had a few guests over and I made this and that question was raised. A few of the guests said, first off, I never knew they made watermelon juice. And secondly, I never thought to mix watermelon and lemonade together. So I thought I would share this with you. If you're looking for a really simple, refreshing beverage that most everyone's going to enjoy and it's sort of impressive, this is going to be the perfect way to go. So I put ice in the bottom of this carafe, just a little bit at the bottom. I wouldn't suggest putting ice in unless you're going to put a carafe. These are perfect for individual servings. If you're going to set them at separate tables or if you're eating at a long table and you just want to add a few of these down the table, perfect for that. I absolutely would highly suggest adding ice to it because I'm someone who loves a lot of ice in my drink, and also it's going to keep it nice and cold and refreshed. But also with the carafes, it's a little bit smaller, and so people are going to be drinking them much faster, and it will deplete quicker. So you don't have to worry about the ice diminishing the taste or watering down the taste of your mixture. So if you're going to do a carafe, I would add ice to it. If you're going to do this in a large drink dispenser, I would suggest either getting a dispenser that has the ice in the bottom of it, where you can set the dispenser on top and that will keep it cold, or just keep an ice bucket nearby and people can add ice to their individual drinks. So I think you figured out by now that we have our Minute Maid watermelon here, and I like the Simply Lemonade lemonade juice. I just think that it's nice and it has a nice flavor to it. I actually am not someone who likes lemonade, but there are certain drinks that I like it mixed in. I don't like to drink it just by itself. I think it's too tart, and actually I tend to find that when I drink lemonade, a lemonade shake-up from a carnival or a fair or something, I'm dying of thirst. So it really can make you more thirsty versus quenching your thirst. But when you add it in with something refreshing like watermelon, or of course the obvious strawberry lemonade, that's the most popular, then it gives it a little bit more of a refreshing taste. So I like to mix mine in with something a little bit more unique, which is this watermelon. It's by Minute Maid. A lot of people that I have talked to didn't even know they made this. And actually here where I'm from, not every store sells it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do equal parts of lemonade and the watermelon. And I'm going to start off by doing a cup of each. And I think that should be good enough to fill up our carafe, or at least get it pretty close. I'm someone who, unless I absolutely have to follow instructions, I wing it. So first thing we're going to do is just add our cup. And I do have a towel down here, totally up to you, but I can tend to be a little bit messy sometimes when I'm cooking or baking or making drinks. So if it's something liquid, I always like to have a little something down for that. So we're going to add in our first cup here of our lemonade. And don't just add in 3 or 4 cups of lemonade and then add in your watermelon, because you're not going to get the same taste, the same flavor, and the same consistency that way. So I do alternate it. And I am not left-handed, but right now, that's what we're going to do. So it's very, very, very simple, but it tastes really, really wonderful. If you serve this, your friends are going to say, first off, if they like watermelon, where did you get this? And secondly, they're going to be impressed that you came up with such a refreshing drink. So we've got some more lemonade, and then we're going to add in probably not quite a full cup. As I said, I kind of judge things So that's about as much as we're going to get. It's completely up to you. If you have a little more watermelon, just a smidge, little more lemonade, it's not going to make that big of a difference. Obviously, if you had, you know, lemonade up to here and then you just had a few splashes of watermelon, then you're going to have a difference. Then I just take my spoon, if I can get it down in there, which it looks like this ice has settled to the top now, so it's probably not going to need too much stirring, but I've used this wooden spoon to death. And actually, oddly, the thing I've used it for the most is making macaroni and cheese. So I'm going to use the handle of it. Look at that. We're being extremely creative, living dangerously. So there you go. Now you have, not only is this drink just, I think, beautiful and it presents well, and if you're someone like me, I think presentation matters. So this is a drink, though, like I said, it's extremely refreshing. It looks really nice whenever it's poured into stemless wine glasses. It creates that sort of, I don't know, a little bit of like a swanky beverage, if you will, when you serve it in some stemless wine glasses. So, like I said, if you're going to use a carafe, go ahead and add your ice to it because it's going to get depleted very quickly if you're serving it to multiple guests. But if you're going to do it in a large drink dispenser, don't add your ice. It's going to just water it down and it's not going to taste as good and taste as refreshing. So, hopefully, you will try this out because it's absolutely, absolutely delicious. Very, very simple. Very few ingredients. I'm that type of person where once you start saying measure, 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 and there's a whole table full of ingredients, typically it's not something that I'm going to make, even if it is something as simple as a drink. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. You took away a few tips. Try this out. I think you're really going to love it. Check out my social media for all the links to check out my video description rather, for links to all my social media sites, my Instagram, my Pinterest, the At Home with Zane store is in there, my Facebook page, it's all there. It's a one-stop shop. Everyone have a wonderful 4th of July and we'll look for you the next time.